Hi, everybody, and welcome to Self Care Sunday. Thank you for joining me here for day 11. Today's practice is going to be exactly what it says on the tin, a little bit of self love, a little bit of self care. So, a nice opportunity to slow down and bring some mindfulness into your day today, into your Sunday. So, get into a nice, comfy outfit, roll out your mat, and let's get started. Okay, so for today's practice, we're going to bring in a prop for a little extra relaxation, a little bit of extra support in our practice today. And that prop is a yoga bolster if you have one at home. If you don't have one at home, that's absolutely fine. You can use a big, thick pillow or maybe a stack of cushions. Okay, so maybe pause this video, take a moment to grab all of those, and then I will meet you back here. Awesome. So when you're ready to begin, we're going to start in a nice, comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe bringing your props in already. So if you have a cushion, maybe tucking a cushion underneath the tailbone, sitting up tall. Maybe if you have a thicker pillow or a bolster, you can come to sit up here. Yogi's choice. So whatever's comfortable and feels right for you today in this practice. Wherever you are, lengthening the spine, letting the shoulders, the jaw, and the brow relax. Closing the eyes and taking a breath. Beautiful. Taking one more really big breath like that. Breathing into the belly, feeling it expand. Long exhale out through the mouth, feeling everything relax. Beautiful. For the next few breaths, we're going to do a little 4-6 breathing. So that's inhaling to a 4 count and exhaling out to a 4 count. So I'll guide you through this. We're going to be breathing through the nose. So just staying in that nice relaxed seat. And then on the next in-breath, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Keeping the eyes closed, body relaxed. Letting the breath go back to its natural rhythm now. Knowing that you can revisit this breath at any time. It's a really great way to start slowing the body down. It's a great calming practice. It's a nice practice to do maybe before bed. Okay, so just storing that one away, maybe revisiting that at a later moment. For now, just taking one more breath here. And then slowly starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bringing in some movement here as we gently open the eyes. Adjusting to the light, to the space. Maybe bringing a smile onto the face. Okay, on the next inhalation, sweeping the arms all the way up. And on the exhalation, melting them down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float them down. This time as we lift them up, we're going to hold there at the top. So breathing in, sweeping the arms up, and then holding them here. Beautiful. Sending the thumbs back, pinkies forward, letting the shoulders soften down the back here. Taking a big breath in. And then as we exhale, interlacing the fingers, bringing them to the back of the head here. Letting the thumbs extend down the neck. Okay, drawing the shoulder blades in together, opening the elbows, out wide. Feeling a nice opening across the chest here, the armpit chest. Taking a big breath in all the way down to the belly. And then a long exhale out. Beautiful, big breath in. This time with the exhale, twisting over to the right of the mat. Just holding here for a breath, breathing down the spine as you notice this twist in the back, in the abs. And exhale to come back to center. Take another big breath in. And exhale it over to the other side. Again, just taking a breath here as you breathe into the spine, into the core. Big breath in. And exhale back to center. Beautiful. Reach the arms back up. Wiggling the fingers as you sweep the arms down. Amazing. Breath in to rise up. Exhale to bring the left hand to the back of the head. Right fingers down to the side. Side body stretch, turning the head to look up past that left elbow up towards the ceiling. Breathing into the side body, feeling a lengthening, breathing out. Breathing in, feeling that lengthening. Exhale out to send that left elbow down towards the earth. Gaze follows, rounding the spine here. To whatever place feels good. Maybe the elbow's not all the way down here, maybe just coming halfway. Taking a breath in. And then exhaling to come back. Taking a breath in. And then exhaling to take it over to the other side. Big breath down the side body. Feeling that space opening up. Exhale to bring the elbow down, rounding the spine. Big breath in here. Long breath out. Big breath in. And then exhale to come back, lifting the elbow up. Deep breath in. Exhale to make our way back up into center. I'm just bringing the hands to rest on the thighs here, or maybe on the knees. Awesome. If you have this bolster or cushion, just shimmying that out to one side for now. Then we're going to make our way over into our tabletop. Okay, so stacking the joints, wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spreading the fingers out wide, pressing down through both the hands. Imagining that you're pushing the mat away here. So you've got some nice strength, stability in the shoulders here. And then pressing down through the tops of the feet as well. Being very present, dropping your awareness down into the foundations of this pose, down into the ground. And then as we inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest and chin. We're going to move through our cat and cow. So exhaling, tucking the tailbone, rounding through the spine. We're going to gaze into the navel. Moving at your own pace now. Noticing that relationship to the breath, that connection of mind and body. So breathing in alignment to the breath here. Inhaling as you lift the chest. Exhaling as you round the spine. And adding in any additional movement that feels good as well, maybe circles with the hips, maybe rolling the shoulders. Seeing how much you can just let yourself go, surrender to the flow of this as you just are fully present with the breath, fully present with the sensations of the movement. Wherever you are, just taking one more full cycle of breath. And then meeting back in that flat back tabletop here. Awesome. Bringing the toes into a point. We're going to bring the knees out as wide as the mat. Send the hips back, coming into a child's pose. But we're going to do a supported child's pose here today. So if you've got that bolster, or maybe your pillow or cushions, just bring that in, shuffle it just in between the knees here, and then lay down. Let the body relax down over your support so that the head can rest on the end as well. So maybe just adjusting, getting yourself into the most comfortable position, extending the arms out, and you can let the forehead rest or come onto the side of the head here. Completely up to you. Either way, just allowing yourself to soften here. Letting your belly fully relax. With every exhale, releasing any tension in the shoulders, any gripping or holding in the glutes, around the hips. Let your face soften. Listening to the sound of your own breath. Knowing that nothing is required of you here. There's nothing to do but breathe. If you have your head on one side, maybe turning it to lay on the other side. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly starting to lift the gaze, lift the head. Walk the hands back. So we're coming to sit up on the heels. Just spending a moment here. Okay, you can shuffle your bolster or cushions back. And then we're going to turn over. We're going to bring the bolster or cushion or pillow to the base of the spine here. So you're sitting up against it. And then extending the legs out long. We're going to slowly come to lay back all the way down. Okay, if it's a little bit too far here, maybe bringing an extra pillow or a folded up blanket in under here. If you have yoga blocks at home, you can pop a block in underneath there. Okay, just lifting the ground up to you a little bit more. Wherever feels the most restful, the most nourishing for you, is the place where all the benefits of this pose lie. So don't try and force yourself to lay all the way back if that's not comfortable. Just listening to your body, finding what feels right in this moment. Letting the arms relax, the palms open, letting the legs and the feet relax. Maybe the feet fall apart. And then slowly we're going to start to draw the heels in. Soles of the feet come together, knees come out wide. Into our supine butterfly pose here. And the hands can rest on the lower belly. They can rest down on the ground. Maybe you bring the hands just to the tops of the thighs. Just adding a little bit of gentle pressure as you start to feel that opening in the hips here. And again, if you have yoga blocks at home, you can bring some blocks in underneath the knees here. Or if you have some extra cushions or blankets lying around, you can tuck those in underneath here as well. Just giving those legs some extra support here, helping you to relax, helping you to maximize your practice. As you breathe, allowing yourself to feel more and more relaxed. Breathing into that lower belly. Maybe even breathing all the way down into the pelvis, into the hip space here. Visualizing a channel opening up all the way up the body. And as you breathe, visualize a release happening here. So anything that no longer serves you, anything you'd like to let go of in this moment. Breathing in, down into that space. And as you exhale out, visualize those things traveling up the body and releasing out of the mouth. Taking 2 more big, nourishing breaths here. And then slowly bring the hands to the outsides of the legs, supporting the knees as you bring them back in together. Beautiful. Bring the hands down to the ground. And slowly starting to lift yourself back up. And coming to sit down in a comfortable seat. Okay, moving your bolsters or cushions to one side. Taking a breath as we sit up nice and tall. And then drawing the left heel in, we're going to extend the right leg out long. Turn towards that extended leg and walk the hands down. Don't necessarily have to reach the toes here, just to a point where you feel the hamstrings waking up. Feel the stretch here. And take a couple of breaths, visualizing it traveling all the way down the back of the leg. Flexing the foot here for a little bit more intensity. Letting the head come down. And then maybe as you hold here, you find you can ease in a little bit deeper. Maybe not, maybe you need to ease off a little bit. That's totally okay too. Just noticing what becomes accessible here. Starting to understand, communicate with your body as you become aware of the areas that maybe hold a little more tightness or tension than others. And just giving love to those areas as well. Taking one more breath here. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Beautiful. Sliding or walking the hands back up. Turning the body back into center. We're then going to plant the left hand down. Lift the hips up and forward. And reach those right fingers up and back towards that back corner of the mat. Okay, pointing the right toes. Taking a big breath. And then exhale to come back down. Awesome job. Taking it over onto the other side. Right heel comes in. Left leg extends out. Taking a breath here. Maybe the hamstring is already calling to you. And then exhale to turn towards that leg. And then slowly start to bend over towards that leg. Sending the hands down. Again, we're not necessarily reaching the foot here. Just going to a point where you feel the stretch, where it feels maybe like a little bit of a challenge, but also feels good for you. Okay, maybe giving yourself a little bit of a massage here, a little bit of self-love. If you're especially tight in the hamstrings, I know I definitely am. Okay, whatever feels right or necessary in this moment. The neck and the shoulders relax. Just breathing. Maybe it becomes available to sink a little bit deeper. Or maybe not just yet, that's okay. Taking one more big deep breath. And then exhale, sliding the hands up the leg, turning to come back to where we started. Okay, this time planting the right hand down on the ground, sending the hips forwards and up, left fingers reach up and back. Maybe bringing the gaze down to the hand, and then slowly turning it to look all the way up to the top fingers. Pointing those left toes. Big breath in. Exhale out to come back into center. Good job. From here, we're going to take it over, coming back into a tabletop. And revisit that cat and cow. So setting up in our tabletop, stacking the joints, spreading the fingers, drawing the belly in. And then when we inhale, letting the belly drop down as we lift the chest, lift the chin. And as we exhale, round the spine, bringing the gaze into the navel. It's going to take a few rounds here. Letting yourself breathe, letting yourself be. Adding in any extra expression or movement that feels good. Making this practice your own. One more cycle of breath. Beautiful, coming back to that tabletop. From here, bringing the elbows down to the ground where the hands currently are. Forearms and palms come down. Maybe walking the knees back ever so slightly, and then sanding the chest and the forehead down into our puppy pose. Noticing the stretch in the shoulders here. Maybe noticing a decompressing in the lower back. If you want to add a little bit of extra intensity, pressing down through the palms, through all of the fingers, you can lift up the elbows and the forearms off the ground here. Okay, that's just a choice. So taking whatever feels good. That could change from day to day. Maybe that variation felt good yesterday, but it doesn't today. So that's totally fine. Taking a big breath. And then as we exhale, starting to lift the head, lift the gaze. Sending the chest forward, hips come down to the earth into our Sphinx pose. Lifting the chest up here. Lifting the chin slightly as we bend into the back. Some love for the lower back here. And the shoulders relax. Taking a big breath. And then exhale the chest down, bring the hands in underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. We're going to push all the way back and lift the knees, coming into a downward facing dog. We're not going to spend very long here, just taking a couple of deep breaths as we pedal out the feet. Maybe pulse the chest in towards the legs. Or maybe just find some stillness here. Okay, totally up to you. Taking one more big breath in. And long breath out. Dropping the knees down to the earth. Child's pose. Beautiful, starting to gently lift the head now. Walk the hands back. So we're coming to sit up on the heels here. So this is a bit of yoga for the feet, for the fronts of the feet, the tops of the feet, and the ankles. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall here, if that's accessible. Maybe you're here just resting on the fingers or the palms. Just breathing into that activation. Maybe if you need a little bit more, you can walk the fingers just behind here. Maybe even lifting the knees up off the mat here. Whichever variation you're in, letting the breath soften. And then bring in a little bit of yoga for the wrists. So rolling the wrists one way, and then the other way. Maybe interlacing the fingers, rolling the hands, rolling the wrists around one way, and then again the other way. Maybe bringing in a little bit of something for the shoulders as well. Drawing them up and back. and then forwards. Beautiful. Bringing the hands back down to the ground if they aren't already. Lifting up onto the knees, coming onto the toes and just tapping the feet here. Beautiful. Maybe giving the ankles a roll now. Oh, lovely job. And then we're going to make our way to lay down flat on the back here. Setting up for our Shavasana. You can lay down flat on your mat if you prefer to do that, or if you want to bring in your bolster or block today, bolster or cushion, sorry. You can shuffle that in underneath the legs, maybe in underneath the head. If you have a blanket as well or a cozy jumper, then feel free to bring that into this practice as well, into this relaxation part of today's practice. Well, it's all relaxing, hopefully. And then when you get here, letting the eyes close, letting the arms and the legs become heavy, letting the forehead soften, and the jaw. Feeling the weight of the whole body melting down into the ground. Staying here in this relaxation, in this Shavasana, for as long as you wish. Thanking yourself for showing up today for another day. Thanking yourself for carving out this time for you. Taking a big, loving breath in. And a big, grateful breath out. Namaste.